Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 We Review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at MadWorld, which if you've never played it before, it's basically an all-out action game, full of blood, full of gore, full of violence, so if you're easily afraid of that thing, then best to turn off now. So basically at the start you get the usual stuff of choosing a file, copy and deleting and that. From there you can go into single player, multiplayer or options. Options is pretty basic stuff, you can view controls but can't really change them. I will show off some of the multiplayer modes, but for now just going on to the single player. I'm past the first mission on this because the first mission is unfortunately forced training, which I absolutely hate on games. I don't know why these games can't just let you learn at your own pace, let you do it like... well, just do it, basically, instead of constantly flashing up what you have to do next and taking forever about it. Basically, though, the whole point is that the world's gone to hell, you're out to do, like, murder and mayhem and carnage and all to get points to yada yada. It's a pretty loose story, really, and thankfully you can skip it, because personally I'm not a fan of it, nor am I a fan of the voice acting or the commentary or anything like that. There's more things about this game that I hate than I actually like, but I still think the game's fantastic, which I know may sound weird, but it's one of them things that, as I say, I don't like the voice acting or the commentary. Even though the people who do the commentary I think are fantastic voice actors, I've been fans of them for years, I don't like commentary in video games. I don't like the art style, because I personally don't see how this game is so violent, because to me this just looks like an itchy and scratchy cartoon, but black and white, so basically like the first itchy and scratchy cartoon. And there's just like other things like that. The camera can be evil in places and it can get you killed. But the good parts of the game, though, are the fact that for once the Wii controls actually work really well, because that's one thing I've got to mention right away for those who don't like it. It has got Wii controls, there's no way to change it. You are constantly going to be swinging the Wiimote and the nunchuck and that. More complicated moves require more complicated gestures and that, where you're swinging things around or shaking both and then pulling them apart at the same time and that, so there is a lot of Wii controls in it. It's not just the basic stuff like where you can flick your way through it like with Twilight Princess. But, as I say, the whole point is you're in this game show type thing and you literally just have to go around causing carnage. You've got a chainsaw, you can get other weapons, you can, like that spike bat for example, you can, like, shove enemies into flaming trash cans or barrels or whatever, you can shove them into moving trains with spikes on them. There's just all sorts of violence in the game. Musically, I think the game sounds terrible as well. It's another one of the things I hate, because I don't really like gangster rap or anything like that, and I don't think it fits the theme of the game, because everyone's all bikers and rockers and that, so it's the type of thing that I'd have expected a Guns N' Roses soundtrack instead. But I'll shut up and let you have a little listen anyway, because it's the type of thing that if you don't like it, and really don't like it, it might put you off the game, because it's all the way through it. So anyway then, that was some of the music. The only things pretty much left to mention about the one player is that every now and then you can get challenges where it's just like kill a certain amount of people, and you've also got a time limit on the level, so you have to be wary of that. But you should always have enough time, really. It's one of them things where as long as you make sure we're not fanny around too much, you'll be fine. There's also 15 levels set over 5 areas, so it's kind of like 5 worlds. And this basically, in case you hadn't worked it out, is the multiplayer, to which my brother's about to do something very nasty and horrible to me. How dare you, I can't believe. To your own brother. But anyway, in case you couldn't see that, he chucked us into a jet engine. Because the multiplayer is just basically daft stuff like this, killing each other and enemies and that. It's there's 11 maps on it, but there's not really much variation or anything to it. So it's just one of them things that it's there. So I suppose if you like playing with mates, then it's an option really. But as I was saying though, as much as I hate a load of things about the game, the gameplay is what counts. It's what makes up for most of the other problems, because I think it's fantastic. It's just great to just have a daft laugh, have some fun, running around killing things. Although, as I say, I personally don't see this being anywhere near as violent as other games like Manhunt and that. while it is obviously violent from one point of view because you're chopping heads off and that, it's too cartoony for me. I honestly take it seriously as if it's full of violence. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.